Hey, best friend. So I just want to come on and share something with y'all. Because if you're aligned with this message, then you probably have just experienced the same thing, or you probably will be experiencing the same thing soon. Okay. We are in today's June 25th. This is timeless, so whenever it finds you, it's meant to find you. However, we are now in new moon in Cancer. Okay. And yesterday was a Kazemi. Jupiter and the Sun, I want to say it was. If my memory serves me well. Um, so yesterday I was holding my daughter, my baby, who is a Cancer by the way, double Cancer. Okay, like was my girl. And her birthday's in a few days. She'll be one soon. So excited. Um, I was holding her. I picked her up, and I was holding her, and I was looking at her, and I said, I looked at her, and I said, I remember. I looked at her, and I said, I remember. I remember who I am. And she looked at me like a stamp of approval. Okay. And if y'all been here for a while, then y'all know the story of my birth story and really my pregnancy and birth story with my youngest daughter. And that how just the entire experience being pregnant with her, um, being in labor and then giving birth to her was like the hugest catalyst for this awakening in this part of my life. I feel like I've had awakenings before, but this one was like the main one, if you will. Like, oh my gosh. And one day I'll share the whole, story and experience because it's such a beautiful, beautiful experience. So but yes, she looked at me like my girl. And I was like, noted. And we, and then she got down and she just walked away. Like, I was like, okay, I got it. Um, this morning when I woke up, the new moon trend happened at, I want to say it was 6:31 a.m. Eastern. And I had this dream at like around 7:30, 7:15, 7:30. And I remember because I woke up at like 7. So it was between 7. I went right back to sleep for a little bit. And then 7:30 was when I woke up. So the dream was I was in like a courtyard, like a school courtyard. So and it's familiar to me because the high school that I went to in Baltimore, we shared a courtyard with another school. Um, I was in the middle, and I want to say this was like past life regression type of energy because it was my spirit and my energy, but physically, I was not how I look now. Like I was a white girl with black hair, like, but I knew it was me, right? Because it was my spirit and my energy. And I fell down to the ground and I was crying. And I was just crying out and I was saying, Mother, Mother, please, please help me. But it wasn't out of like desperation. It was like I was transmuting something within me in that moment. And all of a sudden, I start seeing different versions of myself coming from all different areas of the courtyard. And it's like when I look like this and when I look like that, and when I was in this type of energy and when I was in that type of energy. And it also aligned with the versions and energies of myself in this life. So when then all of a sudden I see I get like two guardians, and there's three versions of my little self. Now, the difference was my little self was little Michelle this life, right? So stay with me, I know. And so it was like, okay. So when 111 on my clock, y'all, and 636 on the timer, it was the energy of the confirmation of like, you're calling your power back. And not just within words, like soul fragments are coming back to you, Michelle, in this life. You have healed the traumas and the curses, the everything from your past lives, and now they are coming back to you full circle. So the two guardians with the three versions of little Michelle in this life, two of me came back to me, and there was one left, and the two guardians were standing next to her with their hands on her shoulder, right? And that's when I woke up. So I share that because with this new moon in Cancer, it's about home. It's about safety, stability, right? The mother, the womb, right? And just coming home to self, like really, truly, and deeply coming home to self. So it started, y'all. Like, if you are really aligned with this message, then I know that you are experiencing the same thing in some type of capacity, that you are coming home to yourself, togetherness, you being in union with yourself again, the true you, the you that, and I said this before, so maybe somebody needs to hear it again, the you that has always been there within you, knowing that and wanting to come out, wanting to be at the forefront, that authentic you, the you that doesn't apologize for being who you truly are. People take it or leave it. Leave it. And at this point, you're like, it doesn't matter. Because if you leave me in whatever type of capacity, like because I'm too much for you or whatever the case may be, baby, you weren't meant to go with me into this next part of my life anyway. So I thank you. And I bid you adieu. Okay. So I just wanted to share that with y'all. I love y'all. And until next time, okay?